It was ungodly bright for like 30 minutes before I started filming. And now you're giving me this cloud shit. That's homophobic. I'm nervous. Hi. I'm back. I guess now's the time where I start talking about my transition. It's so weird to be back here without a script. I guess it's fun too. Proper introductions. Hi, I'm Aridum. Pleasure to see you again / meet you for the first time. And I am trans. Non-binary, to be like specific. Not a girl, not a boy. I'm just something trying to get by and avoid taxes. That's all. I don't ask for much. I've been trans and non-binary for a while. Oh, and I'm also gay, but that's not important right now. I came out as non-binary like 2 years ago. This past January, I thought about starting hormones, and then I got scared. Then I made like a test to see if I wanted to do that or not. That test is my previous video. You can watch that now. And then I was like, yeah, I want hormones. I started hormones in May? Is that right? Oh shit, it's April. I started hormones in April, which means I'm a little over 3 months on hormone replacement therapy. Yay. But what does that mean? What does it do? Am I on birth control? All these questions and more will be answered. Let's begin. I am non-binary, and part of that is that when I was growing up, things would get uncomfortable. There were these moments that I would realize that my body just didn't feel like mine. In fact, it felt like someone else's body and I was just sort of occupying it. That physical disassociation or discomfort is called physical dysphoria. And if you want to hear more about that, guess what's waiting for you? But yeah, my body didn't feel like mine, and I didn't feel in it at all. Or just an incredible disdain and uncomfortableness that would never go away. I've had that feeling for quite some time now, but it never was debilitating. There was only one time it was like actually overwhelming. It was the day before my doctor's appointment for said hormones. I was about to take a shower, but I looked into the bathroom and then I like foresaw me taking my shirt off and seeing my flat chest and was like, I guess we're not taking a shower today. That is the one time that dysphoria became like too much for me. I'm taking hormones to change my body pretty much, and to actually feel like it's mine and to feel in me and like being me. I actually decided that I wanted to start hormones in March this year. There are a couple ways that you can start on hormones, whether it be like through a therapist or a psychiatrist or through your like general practitioner doctor. But one of the main problems with that is you have to jump through a couple dozen hoops, and it takes a long goddamn time to get your hormones. And I did not, I was done waiting. I wanted my pills now. So I instead searched for an informed consent model. Informed consent is very simple. A doctor sits you down, tells you what the hell's going on, informs you, and once you've been informed, then you can consent whether to do the thing or not. In this case, it was hormones. So I called up Planned Parenthood because they offer an informed consent model, scheduled a meeting with a gender counselor. Jumped on a meeting with her. She was nice, very kind, and she told me all the things that hormone replacement therapy would do for me. Even though I already knew. I've been wanting this for like a year, basically, so the stuff that she was telling me, none of it was new. I signed a document, and that was that. I gave consent after I was informed. Moving on, 2 weeks later, I go into Planned Parenthood. They do some blood work to see if I'm dying or not. And that day, I was prescribed my hormones. And I've been on them ever since.
Hi, it's future me. I forgot to say 2 things here. The total wait time from me making the first call for hormones to me actually getting them was about 1 month, which is dope as hell. Now that I'm on hormones, I have to go back in every 3 months or so to do more blood work. Not only to see if my testosterone levels are dropping, as they should, but to see if my hormones are having any adverse health effects on me. Because if they did, that would be bad, and I'd have to stop. And that is also bad. That is all, as you were.
And I've been on them ever since. It's super great. So, let's talk. I hope I didn't break any of them. Can I do that? I have 2 different medications, a part of my hormone regimen. One of them is a smaller pill called Estradiol. It is a small tablet that I put under my tongue and let dissolve for like, I don't know, 10 minutes-ish. And that estradiol, or estrogen, gets absorbed into my system and it does things. I used to take just 2 milligrams daily, but now I have since doubled my dose to 4 milligrams daily, which is awesome. Now that is the feminizing portion. That is what is making my body change. But that on its own is not enough. So by the time it actually is incorporated into my system, I believe the number was like 40% of it is like destroyed, so it's only 60% effective. Don't quote me on that. That's where this big bastard comes in. This is a significantly larger pill called spironolactone. It's a pretty common pill. Men take it to combat hair loss, but the reason I'm taking it is because spironolactone kneecaps my testosterone production, which means now that my testosterone has significantly lowered and my estrogen has significantly heightened, that means more feminine things can start happening. That should make sense. Oh, and I take 100 milligrams of this daily. That hasn't gone up because sometimes it's better to just up one instead of both. Now that I've given you that intro of how it works and how I got it and how much I take, what's it doing to me? One of the first things that I noticed, like within maybe 2 weeks of me starting HRT, my skin has gotten miles softer. That's not necessarily the work of the estrogen, but the work of the Spiro, because since now that my testosterone has significantly lowered, that means that there is less testosterone to help make my skin thicker. Literally, like my skin is physically thinner now, which makes it softer. I was not expecting any kind of like noticeable change so soon. And to be honest, it was kind of drastic. It was so instant, fast. All of me is softer now and it's great. And speaking of skin, like, how do I phrase this? Back acne is a thing when you have testosterone flowing through you. Your shoulders are bumpy for some reason. And they went away like 2 weeks in. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have those anymore. And didn't know I hated it. Didn't know I would get it so soon. It's great. Another change that happened like maybe 3 weeks in, I started to sweat less and smell less. And speaking of smell, my sense of smell has increased. Like it's way stronger now. I don't know if it's because like I just am disassociating with my own body less now, or if that's actually the work of like estrogen in my system now. Either way, I can smell all the colors in the rainbow now. Those were like the first things that I noticed in like the first 3 weeks. Everything else was slow going. I've also noted changes in like my hair, not in its texture. I think it's pretty much the same now. But 2 things have changed. One is like how flaky my scalp is, and the other is its color, apparently. I was rather busy like all of last month, so I didn't get to, like, my hair was dirty. I'm giving myself a bad rap. It was a busy month last month, give me a break. But I noticed that like there was hardly any dandruff, which is crazy. It's washed now, by the way. I went a month without washing my hair, okay? It wasn't that long. That's pretty long though. Another thing is that like apparently its color has changed. In the months like before I started hormones, like my grandmother would always like comment about my hair and how jet black it was. Kind of in an envious way. I think she was jealous. I think she is jealous. But like a couple days ago, she was looking at my hair and like we were outside and the sun was like shining on it. It was like all bright and shiny. And she said like, huh, your hair, like how did it get so brown? It's like lighter now. Why is that? In my head I was like, oh, it must be the hormones. Can that do that? And apparently it can. I don't really notice it though. Like, you'd think I would because my hair is constantly in my face, but like, looks black. I'll ask her again to see like if she really meant it. Like, is it a lighter shade of brown? I don't think so, but hey, if she says it's a lighter shade, It's a lighter shade. Another thing is like how fast like my body hair grows. It's not too significant. It's slowed down just a little bit. It's also much softer. Like my hair everywhere is kind of softer. I guess my texture did change. It takes a day longer for my hair to like get unbearable on my legs. And of course, the meat of the matter. The star of the show. The moment we've all been waiting for. Boobs. I'm growing boobs. It's great. Not a whole lot has happened in these 3 months. Clearly. I got a baggy shirt and a bra on, so like, you can't see anything. You can't see this. It's slow going, and like, even when I do have a tighter shirt on, you cannot see them. But one thing that I have noticed is that, like when I'm going up or down the stairs, I have a slight jiggle, and that's dope as hell. Every time I go use the stairs, it's a lovely reminder. That's it for like, you know, the good stuff. One of them I already talked about. Spironolactone is a diuretic. I think that's the right word. But it makes me pee a lot. If I were to chug this right now, I would have to use the bathroom in like 10 minutes. Shit. Fucking dumbass. Future me. Cut that out. But yeah, I have to piss more, and that's annoying, but not the worst thing. And because, like, my testosterone has been kneecapped. Testosterone is, like, the primary drive in, like, muscle development. That's why steroids are just testosterone. Now that I don't have as much of it anymore, I've gotten weaker. Which isn't saying much, because, well, there wasn't a whole lot going on anyway. I did work out like a lot last year, but that is definitely all gone now. But yeah, building muscle is definitely just gonna be harder now, and I'm definitely just weaker. Also, side note, Spiro smells like shit. Why am I doing this? Ugh! It smells like death. There's a plane. You're homophobic too. And because I'm like growing boobies, my chest is constantly sore. Aching 24 goddamn 7. Not to mention, if anything hits my chest now, I'm down for the count. I was lifting some boxes like a couple days ago, and I made the mistake of like picking something up and slamming it against my chest, hitting both of my boobs, and I just had to quietly sit it back down and just oh, goddamn. It's very painful. Oh, God. My libido has dramatically dropped. And that's all I'm gonna say. The girls who know, know. And the girls who don't. That is pretty much all that has happened in 3 months. I've been on my increased estradiol dosage for, I think, a week now. And I'm hoping that like in like the next month-ish, I'll see like some increased breast growth because I want them! But also I've heard like increased like fat storage. I'm hoping that I gain weight. I have been eating like a mother recently. I am, after all, going through puberty again, so it takes a lot of energy to grow. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you like the video, like it, and if you don't, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Subscribe so you can be one of the girls who knows. If you want to hear me talk about being non-binary some more, why don't you watch my coming out video? And there's the sun, right when I'm ending it. I still don't like you. You're still homophobic. Thanks for watching. I'm done talking. Get the hell out of here. Bye.